What if I told you that every rejection you've ever faced was actually a gift in disguise? That the job that turned you down, the relationship that ended, the opportunity that slipped away? What if these weren't failures at all, but the universe's way of redirecting you towards something greater? Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, understood something that most people spend their entire lives missing. Rejection isn't something that happens to you, it's something that happens for you. Stay with me for the next 15 minutes because I'm about to share 13 ancient Stoic lessons that will completely transform how you see rejection. By the end of this video, you'll actually start to welcome the word no, and I'll show you exactly why. Lesson 1. Rejection is redirection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or dispositions, because we can accommodate and adapt." Think about this. Steve Jobs was rejected by his own company. Fired from Apple, the business he created. That rejection forced him to start Next and Pixar. When he returned to Apple years later, he brought the innovations that made it the world's most valuable company. Here's the Stoic reframe. When someone says no to you, they're not closing your door, they're closing their door. Your door is still wide open, you just haven't found it yet. I want you to try something right now. Think of a recent rejection. Now ask yourself, what if this rejection is actually protecting me from something that wasn't meant for me? What if it's pushing me towards something better? The Stoics believed that the universe has a logos, a rational order. Nothing happens randomly. Rejection isn't punishment, it's recalibration. Lesson 2. The opinion of others is not your concern. Marcus was brutally clear about this. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. As emperor, Marcus faced constant criticism. Some said he was too soft. Others said he was too harsh. Some questioned his military tactics. Others questioned his philosophy. If he'd lived and died by others' opinions, he would have been paralyzed. Here's the psychology twist. When you need approval, people unconsciously sense it, and it actually makes them respect you less. But when you're indifferent to rejection, not arrogant, just genuinely unbothered, people are drawn to that energy. Let's say you pitch an idea at work and your boss rejects it. The typical response? Deflate. Get defensive, take it personally. The Stoic response is, interesting, that's their perspective. It doesn't change the value of my idea or my worth as a person. Next. This isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about recognizing that someone else's no is their movie, not yours. You're the director of your own film. Lesson 3. Perception is everything. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Two people get rejected from their dream job. Person A thinks, "I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. This always happens to me." Person B thinks, "That company doesn't know what they're missing. This frees me up to find something even better." Same rejection, completely different outcomes, not because of what happened, but because of how they framed what happened. Neuroscience backs this up. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between reality and your perception of reality. When you reframe rejection as redirection, your brain releases different chemicals, less cortisol, more dopamine. You literally feel different. So here's your assignment. The next time you face rejection, pause before you react. Ask yourself, what's another way to see this?
What's the perspective that empowers me rather than defeats me?
Lesson 4. Detachment from outcomes. This is where Stoicism gets counterintuitive and powerful. Marcus taught, do what you have to do and accept whatever happens. This is the essence of true tranquility. Most people attach their self-worth to outcomes. If I get the job, I'm valuable. If I get rejected, I'm worthless. This is emotional slavery. You've given your power away to circumstances you can't control. The Stoic approach? Focus on what you can control. Your effort, your preparation, your attitude. Then release attachment to what you can't control. Their decision. Think about dating. If you approach every date thinking they have to like me or I'm a failure, you'll reek of desperation. But if you think, I'm going to be authentic, have fun, and see if we're compatible, you're already complete regardless of the outcome. This paradox is beautiful. When you stop needing specific outcomes, you often get better outcomes because you're no longer operating from scarcity and fear. You're operating from abundance and confidence. Lesson 5. Voluntary discomfort. Here's where Marcus gets radical. He didn't just wait for rejection to happen. He actively practiced discomfort. He'd sleep on a hard floor. He'd fast. He'd wear simple clothes despite being emperor. Why? Because when you voluntarily expose yourself to small rejections and discomforts, big rejections lose their power. It's psychological inoculation. Afraid of rejection? Start small. Ask a stranger for the time. Request a discount somewhere. Propose an idea you know might get shot down. Each small no you collect makes you more resilient. There's a famous entrepreneur who got 100 rejections in 100 days on purpose. He asked ridiculous things: to borrow $100 from strangers, to give a lecture at a college he didn't attend. Most said no, but by day 100, he was immune to rejection. It had lost all emotional charge. Think of it like building muscle. You don't wait for life to make you lift heavy things. You go to the gym and choose to lift heavy things. Same with rejection resilience. Don't wait for it. Seek it out in controlled doses. Lesson 6. Everything is temporary. Marcus constantly reminded himself, time is a river of passing events. No sooner is a thing brought to sight than it is swept by and another takes its place. That rejection that feels like it's going to kill you, in 6 months you probably won't even remember it. In a year, it'll be a funny story. In 5 years, it might be the best thing that ever happened to you. I was once rejected from a graduate program I dreamed of attending. I was devastated for weeks. Fast forward 3 years, I'm doing work I love that I never would have discovered if I'd been accepted. That program would have locked me into a completely different path. The Stoic practice? When you're rejected, immediately zoom out. Ask, will this matter in a year, in 5 years, in 10? Almost always the answer is no, or better yet, I'll look back and be grateful for this. Try this visualization. Imagine yourself 5 years in the future, looking back at today's rejection. What would future you say to current you? Don't worry, it all worked out. Actually, that rejection was necessary for what's coming. Lesson 7. Your value is intrinsic. Here's what Marcus understood that most people don't. You have a mind, and you are its master. Your essence is what you make of your thoughts. Your value doesn't go up when someone approves of you, and it doesn't go down when someone rejects you. You're not a stock whose price fluctuates based on market opinion. You're a constant. Think about Oprah Winfrey. She was fired from her first TV job because they said she was unfit for television. Did that rejection make her less talented, less worthy? Of course not. The rejection revealed their limitation, not hers. Most people operate with this equation. Self-worth equals achievements plus approvals minus rejections. The Stoic equation? Self-worth equals inherent human dignity. Period. Nothing needs to be added or can be subtracted. Next time someone rejects you, literally say to yourself, "My value is not up for debate. It's a given." This rejection is simply information, not evaluation.
Lesson 8. Use rejection as data. Marcus approached everything like a philosopher-scientist. The obstacle is the way. What stands in the way becomes the way. Here's the shift. Rejection isn't a verdict on your worth, it's data. It's feedback. It's information about what needs adjustment. Got rejected from a job? Data point. Maybe my resume needs work. Maybe my interview skills need polish. Maybe this industry isn't the right fit. Maybe the timing is off. Got rejected romantically. Data point. Maybe we weren't compatible. Maybe I need to work on certain aspects of myself. Maybe my approach needs refinement. Scientists don't take failed experiments personally. They say, "Interesting. That didn't work. What can I learn? What can I adjust?" Then they try again. So instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Instead of, "Why am I not good enough?" ask, "What skill can I develop? What strategy can I refine?" Rejection stops being emotional when you make it scientific.
Lesson 9. The power of and. Most people think in either or. Either I'm accepted or I'm rejected. Either I'm successful or I'm a failure. Marcus taught both and. You can be rejected and still be valuable. You can fail and still be succeeding on a different timeline. You can be told no and still be moving in the right direction. Think about it. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers and went on to create a billion-dollar franchise. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team and became the greatest basketball player ever. Walt Disney was fired for lacking imagination and built an entertainment empire. Life isn't binary. Reality is complex, nuanced, multifaceted. A single rejection doesn't define your entire trajectory. It's one data point in a much larger story that's still being written. Lesson 10. Amor Fati. Love your fate. This is perhaps the most advanced Stoic concept. Marcus wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny. For what could more aptly fit your needs?" Amor Fati means love of fate. Not just accepting rejection, but loving it, embracing it as a necessary part of your story. What if every rejection you've ever faced was exactly what needed to happen for you to become who you are today? What if removing even one rejection would unravel the entire tapestry of your life? I know someone who was rejected from medical school. Devastating at the time. Because of that rejection, he took a gap year, traveled, discovered his passion for writing, and now he's a best-selling author. If he'd been accepted, he'd be a stressed-out doctor wondering, what if? The Stoic perspective. Your rejections aren't random chaos, they're puzzle pieces. You can't see the full picture yet, but each piece, even the weird-shaped ones, is necessary for completion. Try this. Look at a past rejection that devastated you.
Now trace how it led to where you are today. Find the through line. Find the gift. It's always there.
Lesson 11. The dichotomy of control. This is the foundation of all Stoic philosophy. Marcus wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Here's what you control: your effort, your attitude, your preparation, your response, your persistence. Here's what you don't control: their decision, their opinion, their timing, their criteria, their circumstances. Most people waste 90% of their energy trying to control the uncontrollable. They ruminate. Why didn't they like me? What if I'd said something different? Maybe if I'd tried harder. This is emotional quicksand. The Stoic move: let go of everything outside your circle of control, completely, totally. Not because you don't care, but because caring about the uncontrollable is suffering. When you're rejected, ask, did I do everything within my control? Did I prepare? Did I show up? Did I give honest effort? If yes, then you succeeded. Their decision is their circle, not yours. This is incredibly freeing. You can walk into any situation, job interview, date, pitch meeting, and think, I control my performance. I don't control their response. So I'll give my best, then release attachment to the outcome. Suddenly, rejection loses its sting.
Lesson 12. Build rejection resilience. Marcus Aurelius knew, waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one. Here's the secret. If your identity is person who never gets rejected, you're fragile. One rejection shatters you. But if your identity is person who tries, learns, and persists, you're anti-fragile. Rejection makes you stronger. Choose empowering identities. I'm someone who takes bold action. I'm someone who learns from everything. I'm someone who doesn't quit. I'm someone who finds the way forward. Avoid fragile identities. I'm someone who never fails. I'm someone everyone likes. I'm someone who always gets what they want. The resilient person doesn't avoid rejection, they metabolize it. They turn it into fuel. Every no becomes evidence of their courage, their willingness to try, their commitment to growth. Colonel Sanders was rejected 1,009 times before someone said yes to his chicken recipe. His identity wasn't successful chicken salesman. It was persistent person who believes in his product. That identity made him unstoppable. So define yourself by your character and actions, not by outcomes. Say, I'm someone who faces rejection and keeps going. Then prove it to yourself. Every rejection becomes evidence of your courage.
Lesson number 13. Practice gratitude for rejection, not despite it. This is the final level, the one that transforms everything. Marcus wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Most people practice gratitude despite rejection. Yeah, I got rejected, but at least I have my health. That's coping. Advanced Stoicism? Gratitude for rejection. I'm grateful for this rejection because it's showing me what I need to learn, because it's redirecting me, because it's building my resilience. Imagine getting rejected from a job. Instead of sulking, you immediately write, "Thank you for this rejection. Thank you for saving me from a wrong fit. Thank you for freeing my time to find something better. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the character building." Sound crazy? Maybe. But here's what happens energetically. Gratitude is the highest vibration emotion. When you're genuinely grateful for rejection, you immediately shift from victim to victor, from powerless to powerful, from stuck to free.
I once heard about a man who got fired from his job on his birthday. His immediate reaction? Thank God, I've been too scared to quit for years. The universe just gave me the push I needed. 6 months later, he'd started a company that changed his life. What if every rejection in your life has been a divine intervention, a course correction, a protection? What if the rejections were the gift, and what you thought you wanted was actually the consolation prize? Look back at your 5 biggest rejections. Now look at where you are. Would you be here without those? Probably not. In retrospect, weren't they actually blessings?
Marcus Aurelius faced unimaginable challenges: war, plague, betrayal, loss. Yet, he remained at peace. Not because life was easy, but because he'd mastered his mind's response to difficulty. Remember, rejection is just the universe's way of saying, not this, something better. Every closed door is a redirection toward an open one you haven't seen yet. Every no is permission to find a better yes. If this video added value, please like it and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom from modern life. Drop a comment telling me which lesson resonated most with you. I read every single one. I'll leave you with this from Marcus. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Use rejection wisely. It might be the greatest gift you ever receive. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and collect some rejections. You're going to need them.